Hello and welcome. This is Ruth, and today I've got a candy cane Christmas from Tonic Studios. I want you to have a little look through the collection and then we're going to make something with it. So Tonic have brought out a few of these collections for birthday week in 2024, and they sort of have different things that all coordinate together, but obviously you can buy them singly or as a collection, and you can use them independently or all together, or even mix them with a lot of the other things you've got. So have a little look at my playlist, or even subscribe and hit the notification bell if you like, because there's lots more of this to come and you'll find some more already on my channel. This collection then is now available from the Tonic websites, so I'll pop my affiliate links for this down below in the description of the video as well if you're interested in that. But as I say, you can buy it as a full collection and you will get a good discount off that, or you can buy them individually or just whatever way you like. So first of all, you can see this is all the colours here, pinks and reds and greens and whatnot all together. This is the 12 by 12 paper pad. So there are 18 sheets of luxury 200 GSM cardstock. So it's really a thin card rather than paper. So it's two each of 9 double-sided designs, which are 12 by 12. They're uncoated, so that means you can ink them or add glitter or do all sorts of things on top of that and change them up just a little bit if you want to put your own stamp on them as well. But if you have a little look on here on the inside cover, you'll find tags and whatnot as well. Now, I've shown you this in a previous video. I think it was the Very Festive Fair video. This is the new little tag set that goes along with that, and you'll see that these all fit here, and you can cut, let's see, that's the wrong one for that. That goes there, and you can cut all of these out, and that's the smaller one there, which will go there, and you'll be able to use all of these together as well. I'll put the link for that down below. If you're wanting to make some Christmas cards and make them sort of quickly, because a lot of people need to make sort of batch cards, I would call them, at Christmas, this kind of collection is just perfect for that, because the pattern on the papers itself makes really, really quick cards. So you can cut out the background paper and then add some of the die cuts. There's dies in the set as well. Didn't even mention that yet. And then you can add the tag and just do whatever you want. So first of all, we're going to look at the first 9 sheets, and then obviously the second is a repeat of that. So that's the first inside cover then. And we've got this beautiful one with little pinwheels and candy canes. Gorgeous gingham. Now, if you have a wee look at that, you'll see that quite a few of these don't necessarily have to be used for Christmas. So don't just be thinking you've got to use them for one time and one time only. That is beautiful. And again, you've Christmas on one side and then that beautiful stripe on the other. And really, really lovely Christmas trees on there. And then this one that says Happy Holidays on here. And then some gorgeous baubles, lovely snowflakes, and a lovely little gingerbread, well, there's a little girl and a little boy, really, really cute. And again, another design that could be used for quite a lot of different things. And this is a lovely little sort of collection of Christmas presents. And I don't think there's a little snowflake on it there, but you can actually cut those out and use them for just presents that don't have to be Christmas presents. And lovely stars, Christmas lights, and a lovely check. And then we've got some stockings, and on this side then we've got some wording. So you could actually just cut those out and use Noel on its own, say mistletoe, believe, jingle bells. Just take your trimmer to that paper and then, well, actually look at this one and just think how you could change that up a little if you wanted to add some glitter or some glitter glue or something like that, crystal drops. Wouldn't that be really, really beautiful? And then this beautiful one here as well. I think that's me back to the beginning again. So I'll come back to that in a moment or two, because you'll probably see here I couldn't wait and got stuck right into cutting that because I just saw a quick and easy Christmas card. So I'll come back to that one. There's also an 8 by 8 paper pad, which I just don't have at the moment. It's coming soon to me, but it's available now. It's exactly the same patterns, except they're shrunk down a bit to fit 8 by 8. And those ones will have some foiling on them as well. There's this lovely big stamp set. So this is a 6 by 8 stamp set, and we've got Merry and Bright, Let It Snow, Joy to the World with Lots of Loves, Candy Cane Wishes and Mistletoe Kisses, Deck the Halls, Have a Jolly Holly Christmas, 25th of December, Happy Holidays, Santa's Coming, Festive Wishes, Joy, and Happy New Year. So you could stamp those out in black, you could stamp them out in a matching colour, or you could even stamp them out in clear Versamark ink and add some embossing powder, and that would be really lovely. And this is a little set of 4 stencils here, and you can see there's layering stencils, so they all go together. And we've got I think it's, well, there's gingerbread men and trees and some lights, and I think that other one says Happy Holidays in the centre there as well, with some background on it. We'll have a look at most of these later, as much as I can get fitted into one video, but I'm sure I'll be back with more. Next we have some foil fusion. So these are sheets with patterns on them that you can use there. You just rub them off onto your card and then put the foil fusion on over the top. Just looking to see. Yeah, I've got some of this. So this is the kind of thing we're looking for. Then there's a beautiful big stamp set, and that has these gorgeous big stockings in it, and trees and baubles and holly, stars and a snowflake. And I'll have a little look here. I think, yes, the die set actually matches with that. I'll come back to that in a moment. 4 sheets of luxury 200 GSM foiled toppers. Aren't they just gorgeous? So there's 2 each of 2 different patterns, and you can use this, obviously these ones, on cards, or you could use them on envelopes as well. And a lovely little set of presents there, baubles, gingerbread man and trees. And then these ones here, which could be used as the sentiment on the card, and that one there has lovely little stockings on it, but you could cut that up as well. Now here's the die set. So you can see right away it's got lots of lovely, can you see that okay? Just get a piece of white card to put behind it. There we are, that's better, isn't it? So we've got a gingerbread man, and you can cut out the plain gingerbread man here. That will look like this. And then if you use the 2 dies together, it cuts this out. So you can actually layer up your gingerbread person or whatever by adding one on top of the other, and you can use different colours. You could paper piece parts back in again or whatever. You've also got a little set of eyebrows, eyes and a little mouth that you can put on top of that. And there's a little hat and scarf and another insert for the scarf and little bits, and gorgeous big bauble here with little circles and whatnot inside, and a snowflake, tiny snowflake and stars, some trees. But that stocking is absolutely beautiful. There's a little bow for the gingerbread person, some buttons, candy canes, and then presents. And you've also got the bow and the ribbon for the presents. And I think that's most of that covered. This is a little piece, I think that goes along that little hat as well. It's really, really lovely. And this actually is the top part for the bauble, just in case you're looking at that and wonder what it is. That fits on here. So next we have, set him over, 2 beautiful embossing folders. Now I need to just check the names of them here. We've got Bountiful Baubles, which will be that one, and we've also got Sweet Festivities, so that's this one. Now I've already used these. You've just put these, if you've got a tangerine, just pop the embossing, your card into the embossing folder and use them in between these 2 plates and run it through your tangerine. And I've used it on some petal pink iridescent mirror card on that one. Isn't that gorgeous? And then I've used some pink chiffon satin card with this one. It's so beautiful. Now that would make a really, really quick and easy card on its own, but then you can also layer up different things on top of that, little gingerbread man or whatever, or even if you just wanted to do it, put a big sentiment right across there, a big Christmas sentiment, and you've got a really quick card. Anyhow, I'm going to go back to that 12 by 12 paper pad, and we'll have a look at my very first very big card with this. This is from the 12 by 12 paper pad. Paper pack even, it's not so much a pad as a pack, but I, as you can see, just couldn't wait and already started to fold this and get it ready. So it will depend on what side of the paper you want, and for this card that I'm making, you would need to have a pattern that's pretty random and not with all going the one way, because some of it would end up upside down otherwise. This is going to be the inside and this is going to be the outside, so I'm laying the outside piece down, and as you can see, I've already gone ahead and folded this, just folded it right across in 4 both ways, and then I've also cut across here. So I've just cut from the outside right into the center there, and then now I'm going to take the bottom right corner and fold that right in there to that point and burnish right across here. So for this card you'll see that you really need a little bone folder of some description. Now the opposite end here, we're going to take and fold over. Now you're going to try and get this sort of parallel here and here, so you're not going to go this way or whatever, just straight down like that. And I suppose you could have it really, you can line it up with those dots in that one, and that would show you exactly where you're going. It doesn't necessarily need to be exactly the same depth as I have it here, but just so long as it's kind of parallel. And then come back over here, and first of all we're going to fold this piece over. I'm going to show you how to fold it over, and then we'll come back and glue it down. So really all you're going to do is go over with this one, up with this one, and then that one goes round the back, and you've ended up with a very quick card which has two little pockets in it, and you can still open it up here and decorate it. How easy was that? Now I'm just going to open that up again, show you very, very quickly how we did it again. So you've got folded in 4, cut in from the outside to this edge with either a trimmer or your craft knife, and then fold up into the bottom corner into the center, and the opposite one just down part of the way. Now you can see when you fold that over that I could have folded that sort of higher up and made the pocket come up here a bit, but whatever floats your boat. And then now you can go ahead and glue this part down. So you can't use tape on this or glue or whatever, you just don't want to put too much on it. It's really just that little bit that you want down. Also, if you want to save a bit of your paper, I'm not sure what I would use that for. Okay, let's do it, because I know a lot of you are just going to say to me, why did you waste that paper? We'll use it for something. And you don't even need to do this, but I'm going to glue that piece down there as well. So I've got that glued down and a bit of glue on here, and here we are back to our first configuration, and put that down. There we are. Now this folded piece here, then I suppose we could cut that piece off and use that for something too. You don't have to do this. Bear in mind, if you just fold that over and fold it up, this card's going to work perfectly. I'm going to cut it off because we might use a bit of that. Because I've cut it off, I'm going to glue this piece back down again and just keep it nice and secure. Not too much glue. Over like that, and burnish it down again. And then fold that piece up. And now this bit just goes in the back, and there you are, a really quick card. So I am going to put a little bit of glue just down here to hold that on there. Now I'm going to go ahead with the little tag die from the set. It's actually that little tag die I showed you earlier. It's not with this set, but it comes separately. And I'm going to cut some of the tags out, and I might actually just add some in white to go along here too. I think that would stand out a little bit better. I thought it would be really nice to just differentiate between here and here, and sort of accentuate as well as differentiate. And I've put a strip of glitter card along there, so it's just a tiny sliver of glitter card, and I'm going to put glue right down here, just along that edge. I think that's a really nice kind of little accent on that, but it also sort of marks out where the pockets are, and you can see them really clearly then, because obviously these two patterns are exactly the same. Just run your finger along there and make sure it's sort of right at the edge the whole way along, and then you'll know it's nice and neat. And then you can turn it over and just nip off the excess here, just like that. And the same here, turn it over and nip it off just like that. So there's your card. Then I went ahead with the little tag dies from here, and I've cut 4 of those out in white. Let's see, so I've got them here in white. Then I went ahead with the inner ones, this one and this one, and I cut out some beautiful paper from the paper pads and little dies from the little die set here. So I've got the little trees, I've actually got them all on here, you can see what I've done. So I used the outside edge and the inside one inside it there, and here as well. And there you are, lovely little tags. And I took some baker's twine, and I'm going to do that with my last one as well, and just add that in at the top of it. So just loop it over like that, push it through the hole and then pop the little ends right through that loop. And when I get it to that stage, I usually add a little bit of glue in there and turn it over and add another little bit in there, and then that saves it all falling apart and saves that baker's twine coming back out again. Just remember not to put it inside your card then until that baker's twine and the glue dries, because you don't want that sticking to your card. Isn't that really lovely? Those are just so nice. And I'm going to put the big one in there. The big one's green and the stripy one. And then here and here. And you could write little messages on those or just whatever. Now, I had two different ways of adding something onto the front of this. So I've actually gone ahead and cut one little piece out, and I have it here, but I think this would be rather nice as well. So I'll show you both. This is a lovely little topper here, or you've got the Merry and Bright. Either way, you can use either of those. I think I'll pop this one out here. Got two pieces together there. Anyway, that would be really, really lovely on there. You can just, there's a tiny little pip or two on there. It's very, very little once you pop those out. And that would be beautiful up on 3D foam pads there. But I have also, if I could just find it, I've also cut out another little bit that I want to show you on there from the paper pad. At the start of the video then, I showed you this lovely big page. And I've taken, obviously not this one because it's not cut yet, but I found one, the other one, and I cut out the Deck the Halls. I think it was up at the top on the other sheet actually. So I've just put it in the guillotine, cut that off and backed it onto some white card. And I've got 3D foam pads in the back, and that's just going to go across there. And there you are. Now on the inside of this, I am going to just open this up, and I've taken a square of white card that I can write on, and I'm going to just glue that on there, and that leaves you plenty of room for writing your message or whatever that you want in there. Now if you made this card and you wanted to put a gift token or something in, then you won't have to put these in. I actually love those, and I think they're a really, really nice way of decorating that card. But if you'd rather put a little gift token or something else in there, feel free to do that. And then you could use one of these on the inside and have that where you would write as well. Isn't that really, really beautiful? And a very, very quick and easy card. Coming back to the lovely card that I made with the embossing folder, I really love that colour, and it goes really well with this paper pad as well. So I had cut out the little gingerbread background one, as I showed you, in plain white first of all, and then I laid the two of those dies together and cut out this shape. And when I back that one on top of the other, then you can see that all that white piece shows through, and it just looks like icing on the little gingerbread man. I've actually cut the gingerbread man out of craft card. And there he is. He is cute, isn't he? Then I have gone ahead with the little scarf die. So I've cut this outside edge here, that one, with white. And then I've used this one and this one together. So that's both of those dies together with the pink chiffon. And I'm just going to add this little scarf up on top of him there as well. And I've also made him a little hat, so he's not going to get cold. He might get eaten, but he won't get cold. Oh dear. There we are. Now, the little hat die is here, and I've cut that out in white just at the start there. And I know there's this little band to go around it and whatnot, but I cut it out in white, and then I cut it out in pink chiffon, and I just trimmed the little pink piece off and glued it directly on top of that. And that then is going to go on here. And I'll probably just put it a little bit, just a little bit sideways, because that's kind of cute. Yeah, that's nice. Now I'll add that on here with 3D foam pads, but not until, first of all, I want to add some, not that one, I'm going to add a little line of these beautiful little die cuts all across the top. So that is with this little die, and I've cut those out. And I'm going to glue them in a kind of, swinging down, a kind of garland effect. You probably saw me put this on further down there, but I decided it would look nicer further up, so I took it off before the glue grabbed, gave this a little wipe with a baby wipe, and set it back up here again. And I've put my little gingerbread man on there with 3D foam pads. And now I've taken this little strip that has the with lots of love and the little Christmas trees, and that's going to go down there, just right across there on 3D foam pads as well. And I could, if I wanted, there's a tiny little bit of overhang there which I could cut off, but I think I might actually quite like it where it is. So there's the card, and now all I'm going to do is add some maybe glitter drops or crystal drops along here. And I've also got 2 snowflakes, and I'm going to glue them onto here as well, just to lift that a little bit and let some white on. I had a little look at this stamp set and then this beautiful die that goes along with it, and I thought I would like to hang some stockings in a card, but sort of have them with a bit of clear space in behind them. So I took an A4 sheet of card, that's it, just A4, and I folded it in half, scored and folded it. And then if you've got the Once Upon a Time keepsake memory book, or it's not actually a memory book, it's a sort of 3D book. If you've got that die set, I'll show you what I've done here. Otherwise, you could just cut an aperture out of the centre of it. So this is the front, and the card is landscape orientation. And I have taken the, I'll show you it here, this die out of the centre of it. So I really just took a couple of dies here for placement. I put this one on, first of all. Let's just get it right. We took this one, and then I placed this one inside. I centered that one on the outside, and I put this one on the inside, and I got those all lined up, and then I popped that one in there. That gave me a better idea than just sort of popping that one straight in. And then I removed those two, taped that one down, and I put that through the die cutting machine like this, just with that one die on it, and just through to there, because if you fold that over, that's going to try to cut that out through the both sides, and you only want it through one. So that has given me that lovely aperture. Then I took this die yet again, and this one, and I cut those both together on some lovely paper, and that gave me a lovely little frame that's going to go on there, and I can glue that on, and it's going to just fit perfectly over there, and you've got that lovely white border around it. Now I've also taken a piece of card, because this is going to be a, what would you call it, like a tent card that's open at the front, and I need this little piece here to hold it open so that it doesn't just splay straight out and fall down. So this is exactly the same length. It's the width of an A4 card, and it's 6 centimeters wide, and I've scored it at 3 centimeters down the center and folded that in a mountain fold, and then 1 centimeter at either side and folded those in a valley fold. That then will give you this profile. Now I am going to just glue that directly on there like that, parallel, not even just parallel, totally level with the bottom of that. And then that gives me the next part where I can work on the card. So we'll glue that down first of all, and then we'll come straight back with the rest of it. You want to put that piece right down. The fold of it has got to go right down at the bottom of the card. Right down there. Level the whole way across. And with that mountain fold sort of sitting up into the card, and you can see how it should look there, just like that. Now I've cut another piece of card which will fit inside here, and that then can get glued on here. It's just slightly smaller than the back of the card there, but it will cover that join, so I'm going to glue that right on top of that, and then you can see that through there, and it matches with the lovely frame that I've got here. Now I'm just going to colour these in with some alcohol markers, and then I'll die cut them and add them onto the card. I've just used 2 of my alcohol markers for those, so it's fresh watermelon and bamboo leaf, and I've coloured in those, and they look really nice, but I'm going to put the one with the more green in the centre and one of these out to each side, and then I just die cut them with this little die, and now I'm going to attach them on here. So I'll put the centre one in first and then these ones over to the side. I've got the stockings glued on there just by this little tab up at the top, and now I've put some glue right along this little fold line here, so it's the 1 centimetre that I folded up. Keep that nice and flat, and all you need to do then is fold the card right over on top of it and press that down, and there you have your little card that stands up. I've added twine bows onto the top of each of those, and then I've taken this little die here that has 3 little buttons on it, and I've cut those out in red mirror card, and I'm just going to put one of each of those down in there. Then I've got some of this, which is Ruby Slippers glitter drops, and I'm going to add some berries on here. Just to finish that off then, I put the topper up here, the 25th of December, because obviously that ties in really, really well with the stockings. And I've just got to wait until the glitter glue dries on there. The glitter drops, actually. I keep calling that glitter glue. Glitter drops, have to wait till that dries. Otherwise I'm going to forget and set something on top of that. But it's really, really nice the way these just sort of hang like that. So I hope you like that too. It's a very, very quick and easy card to make, and obviously you get a lot more details, snowflakes and berries and all sorts of things on there, but for me that's just how I want to finish it, so I hope you enjoy it. Well, that's all I'm going to make with this collection now, but you can see there's so much more potential in that collection. There's still the stencils, and then there's more toppers, and those papers are really, really beautiful for just cutting bits and pieces out of as well. And then there's also the foil fusion. Just keep a little eye on my YouTube channel, because I know I'll definitely be back using more of this, but just for the moment this is all. So we've got this pocket card, and you can let me know down below if you like that and if you find it easy to follow as well. It's a really, really quick and easy card. Once you get the knack of that, just cutting and folding that, or even folding and cutting that, I reckon you'll be making a lot of those cards, because 12 by 12 paper with that pattern on it just works so well with that. And then this one here, so I added some red glitter drops into the top of this as well, just to make it stand out a little bit more, and they haven't actually quite dried yet, so I'm going to set that aside as well. And obviously I've got to keep a little eye on that, but which one's your favourite, or do you just like them all? Or don't make me cry, don't tell me you don't like any of them after all of that. But anyhow, everybody has their own taste, and maybe you don't like those, but it maybe has given you some ideas of something that you could make for yourself. I love this one. This was my favourite at the start, and just that's the way it goes. My favourite is always the one I'm working on at the minute. So, look what I've done. Almost went into that the glitter drops. I need to put these away before I make a mess. So thanks very, very much for watching. I really, really appreciate your company. Thank you very, very much. Don't forget, if you haven't subscribed, please do. It's free, it doesn't cost you anything, and it really helps my channel along if you do that. And then keep watching the videos, and if you enjoy them, do give them a big thumbs up and leave me a little comment. But my affiliate links for everything that I've used will be down below in the description, and thank you to everybody who already uses those. I do really appreciate that too. Until next time then, happy crafting. Bye bye.